All right, good morning, pool fans. This is day 2 of the Action Palace Amateur Team Cup 3. We have our defending champions from Columbus, Team Scotty Doesn't Know, taking on the team from Dayton, Dayton Strong. Our defending champions have a commanding 8-2 lead after day 1. Team Dayton Strong is going to try to fight back, make it a match today. For those who know, this is professional trick shot artist Brian Superman Pauly here in the booth, and my good friend from Columbus, Robert
Just
Sears.
what's going on, guys?
So we have having a couple connection difficulties right here on the computer we're looking at, so we'll get that here in a second. And there we go.
Now that we're back up and running here, Brian, I'm kind of excited to see if Dayton Strong can dig deep today and get this a little closer than what it got left yesterday.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you they're going to come out swinging.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I know all 6 of the guys, and there's no quit in them. So they're definitely going to, leave it on the table.
absolutely.
All right. So it looks like is he shooting stripes or is he shooting solids? But I'll tell you what, that 113 is going to be fun to play with. Plus, whoever solids that 5 in the 7.
Well, it looks like he's playing on the solids there. We're catching up due to tech difficulties.
We also have some really cool announcements coming today. Yesterday, we were talking about the Action Palace Co-ed Amateur Team Cup, and we now have the roster.
And I'm looking at this roster, and I'm rather impressed by the team selection. Um, Not who I would expect to sign up for this match. So I'm super excited to see it. I'm super excited to watch the ladies play.
Yep. So we're going to wait till this game is over, and then we will announce that. Great shot there by Shane. Cut that straight ball down the rail like that. Pretty sporty. Alrighty, so yesterday we hit a high of 82 viewers. So hopefully today we hit that 100 mark. That would be really cool.
Well, I'm going to say this, Brian. The weather is super nice outside, so I think we're going to be fighting an uphill battle on that.
Yeah.
But if we get there, we get there.
Yep. And the thing is, also yesterday we had yesterday we had a nice number, um, and then people would come in, to the venue to watch. So like, they're not going to be watching on the live stream.
I think you
But
can agree that it pretty much offset those that didn't watch on the live stream were pretty much here.
right. But a cool thing is, Mosh just gave me a really cool stat. This was total views yesterday. So obviously we had people in and out, in and out, in and out. So we had how many people were in the chat
Hmm.
live each time. But yesterday we had a total of 12,800 views yesterday.
Heck yeah. I think I'll take that stat over the 82 at once that we saw.
Yep. So thank you everybody who's been watching. Thank you everybody who's been sharing. Also thank you everybody who showed up in person. We have Jeremy Moser, our ref here. Good shot there.
Yeah, he drilled that.
And with this 8 ball, Team Sky Doesn't Know gets on the board 1-0 in this team match. They're just starting where they left off yesterday.
Starting off hot.
All right, so we kind of teased it beforehand. So we're going to read off the captain. Well, we're going to read off the team for Calm Your Cue. They're going to be taking on Chaos Crew.
I
the
feel like
defending
it's more
champions.
fitting for you to read off this roster, Brian. I really do.
Okay. The 4 players for this tournament, or for this team, captained by Gabrielle Fields. Her sister, Hannah Fields, will join her, along with Courtney Robinson and the terror herself, Taruko Macklin.
That's a nasty squad.
I am really looking forward to this.
Taruko is dangerous in her own right. Courtney is a very strong, up and coming player. Definitely big in the last 3 or 4 years. Um, it also helps that you're married to a pool player. So, of course, you're married to a pool player, you're going to practice a little bit more. Something you guys do together. And same thing with Gabby and Hannah. You know, they're both becoming parts of families that are pool players. So, of course, they're going to play a little bit more. I think it's going to be a good match and something to look forward to.
Yeah, what's really cool with the Fields sisters is Gabrielle actually hired me to do a trick shot show at a hotel opening 2 years ago. So that was really fun. And then Hannah actually took some pictures of me at a pool room that eventually graced the cover of a magazine. It was Sneaky Pete Mafia magazine. So and I'm a big fan of Taruko. You know, she's a good friend of mine. So and I've been watching Courtney play too. So I think this is going to be a good matchup. Looking forward to it. So right now, speaking of good matchups, in this game we have
Tommy Campbell
Tommy
and
Campbell and
Scott
Scott Stevens. Yep,
Stevens.
zoned out there for a second.
So I'm kind of curious to see if Scotty finds his stroke today. Um, kind of tuned into a little bit of the commentary and stuff we were doing yesterday just to kind of hear. I wanted to hear ourselves. You know what I mean? This is my first opportunity of being able to do this live. So, of course, I'm always critiquing. But one of the big things that I noticed while at least listening to us was watching the players, and Scotty was one. He was a little giddy yesterday. So I hope he stays down and really plays like he knows how to.
All right, I'm going to step out of the booth really quick, take a break, and I'll be back shortly.
Brian's got me steering the ship. We're liable to be somewhere else other than where we're supposed to be. So tag along, have fun. Momentarily, I'm not going to be able to see the commentary. So if you guys are commenting, I will not be able to see it at the moment. And Scotty's got the pogo stick out. Looks like he's going to play this 2-5 combo here. Great shot there. Still got some work to do. Great effort there by Scott. Tommy back to the table here. 13 balls in a little bit of a predicament. Might be able to play off the rail off the one and get rid of that at some point. The 14 15's in a little bit of a weird spot. Might be able to get somewhere around the spot there and get rid of the 14. I know yesterday Tommy was responsible for both of the points provided by Dayton Strong. He was good for a singles win and a doubles win, I believe, with Jeremy yesterday.
All right, just like the movie that Brandon Routh starred in, Superman Returns. Yeah, I was just hearing Robert talking. Yeah, Tommy Campbell accounted for both points yesterday. The singles win.
I was going to say he was partnering with Jeremy yesterday.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
And our next game is Josh James and Curtis Youngs.
That's a pretty good shot there. We got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Dayton Strong, they took the same team that they have now last weekend, went to the Indiana BNEA state tournament and won the AA division, state champions. They're taking the same team here and then the same team to VNE Ohio Canton, as well as the VA Nationals in Vegas in May. So they got the experience of playing together.
Oh, yeah. And we talked about that yesterday. You know, it's tough to beat a team that knows how to gel, and when they figure out how to gel, it's you got to find a way to throw that rhythm off. I didn't think Tommy had clearance on that 9 ball. It was a great shot he made there.
Yeah, my thought is, what is he going to do with the 13? He may come off the bottom rail into the 1, trying to carry him off of it.
And that's what I mentioned earlier when you stepped away.
Great minds think alike.
Absolutely.
Good thing we share one.
I will say, you know, for fun's sake, most people don't know that we actually had the time this morning to sneak in a pool game, and Brian had to return the favor from our last round of games we've played. So I took a nice butt whooping this morning. Imagine that.
Yeah, every once in a while I can play regular pool halfway decent.
Well, I believe your stroke's coming along real nice with that recent lesson that you took. I noticed that you're not Mr. Inside and Outside English anymore. So
Yeah, so in November, I went down to see a good friend of mine, Anthony Beeler, who's a master instructor, one of the best instructors in the country. So yeah, everyone knows me for the trick shots, the artistic pool stuff, but I do play league a couple nights a week, and I was just starting to miss balls I shouldn't, lose matches I shouldn't, and I'm like, man, I got to do something, right? And a lot of times people just, buy new equipment, buy new this. It's like, well, if you don't know how to use it, then it doesn't matter what you're buying. So I've known Anthony for a number of years. We've always talked about like, hey, I want to come down and learn, and I finally did it, and he really helped me, get a better pre-shot routine, helped me with my stroke, got me away from spinning the ball in every time I do a cut shot. So now things a lot more repeatable. Let's just say I missed a lot and didn't play very good right afterwards because I'm trying all the new stuff, but now I think everything's starting to click a little bit. So my regular pool game is starting to come around a little bit, and actually the stroke mechanics has actually helped my artistic pool game too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I can play halfway decent.
Tommy acts like he doesn't like this shot to the corner. I know it's not easy, but what other option do you really have here? I mean, you're not going to be able to draw back out of that to get on the short side. That is such a small window. And I think that was the right shot choice, and I think it was played correctly. He just got to hit it with a little bit more oomph.
Yeah, I mean, with what he had, I think that's the only thing he really could have done. But the issue is where the 1 ball ended up. Now, all the solids can go in a pocket.
Yeah.
And then don't have to worry about the 13 blocking that 1 pocket or when the balls goes in. So now,
look at this.
Good speed. You got to take the 1 ball.
Yep.
Then the 4.
Go 1 or 2 rails, depending on your preference.
Hold on, cue ball. Wow.
Turn that loose.
Yeah, we hit, like I said, we hit 1 game before this, and these tables roll fast.
Yes, they do.
Very fast.
Look at this.
Overrolled that one, too. I mean, I still think he's going to make it, but yeah, I don't think he wanted to be on that side of the 8 ball. All right, and with that, Scotty Doesn't Know takes a 2-0 lead in this opening team's 8-ball match. Next game is Josh James and Curtis Youngs. We'll read our first two sponsor reads for this match. We have 10 sponsors for this event. That is awesome. I think that's up from last event. So we have Absolute Billiard Service. They provide top-level pool table service for Dayton, Ohio, and nationwide. Owned and operated by Josh Ebert. Good dude. Good staff of people he works with. They do all my table work at my house. So, amazing group of guys. And then Action Life Dayton YouTube channel. All the Action Palace Amateur Cups and all the streamed action matches by the Mosses are archived there and ready to watch anytime. So definitely like and subscribe the videos, subscribe to the channel, and click the notifications bell so you know when they post. Also, a big thank you to the Mosses, just all the work that they've done, you know, just helping us here in the commentary booth with all the graphics, all the printouts, everything. We don't have to do too much of anything. Just sit here and call and talk about pool.
And that's what's made it fun for me. You know, being able to just come in, cut to the chase. I think this is going to be another good 8-ball game here. Curtis was a menace yesterday. Very strong showing in his 9-ball singles yesterday. Ended up with a 5-1 victory, which is the biggest victory they had all day in a particular match. Nothing was really a runaway yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, everything was pretty close until that last match. I still foresee a lot of things being close.
Who did he do that against yesterday? Do you remember, Brian?
What was that?
On the sheet here, who did he do that against yesterday?
Brad Maggard. Yeah, that was the only one.
And Brad was shooting very well yesterday too. I just feel like towards the end of the day, he just kind of fell off. Just I don't know if it's mental, physical. I don't know if long day taking its toll. As a pool player, it's many factors. So
well, and also, you know, you figure this team match, you play one game, and then you sit, and you're sitting for maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. Now, granted, yeah, you're hitting balls, you know, in between on the table over here, but a lot of this, you're not in stroke, so you got to come up and then play high level. So that
absolutely.
could be it. And then you got a couple bad rolls too. Like he was cueing the ball really well, and just got a couple bad rolls here and there, and that's all it takes. All right, so he's got stripes here. Everything's fairly open. It's just you got to keep your cue ball on the right side of the ball.
I like him trying to make this ball, and I'd like to see him come in between that 10-15 window right there. Would be about as perfect as you can get. It opens up both balls, unless you choose to take the 10 ball now.
Yeah, I was almost saying take the 10 now, so get it out of the way.
Looks like he's going the route that I was talking.
If he hits the 4, he's in a good spot. Oh,
he's
wow.
Overrolled that just a touch.
Either overrolled it or underrolled it.
Yeah.
But the good thing is he still got the 11 and 13 down here. So, and he's not super tree topped. It's somewhat of a normal bridge. Good shot there. All right, so pocket of 13. Either go off the rail or stun over. Good shot there. Now, here's the tricky shot. It's not a hard shot, but it's just very speed temperate. So we're going to hit the 15, draw back for the 10 in the upper left-hand corner. There you go. He's not straight in, but he's the angle he's got. He can just float up, possibly hit off the 1. Ape on the top left.
I stepped away for a second. It looks like he recovered very well from where he left himself on that 4 ball.
Yep, he got pretty good.
I know Brian was a tad under the weather yesterday, and I know with the up and down of the temperatures, my allergies are driving me crazy.
Oh, I get you there.
We'll go ahead and fire out a couple more of our sponsors here. Action Lifestyle Company, a fresh, evolving clothing line by the Mosses, already making an impact and proudly supporting the billiards community. And as I mentioned yesterday, Brian, I actually saw somebody in the building with that particular shirt on. I thought it looked pretty cool. Action Palace, the host of the Amateur Cups here in Huber Heights, Ohio. It is the Dayton area's premier pool hall with high quality diamond tables. They offer a variety of tournaments and leagues, including the Ultimate Pool League Dayton, which is operated by the owner Alex Olinger. And if you didn't tune in yesterday, uh, I mentioned that this was actually my first time stopping at Action Palace, and I'm very impressed by the room. Um, Plenty of bar box tables, plenty of 9-footers. They've got 3 separate rooms of pool tables and dartboards, and they've got pinball machines in here. I mean, it's everything that you could dream of if you're any kind of enthusiast for that kind of stuff.
All right, so we have Jeremy James from Team Dayton Strong versus Tristan Harris from Team Scotty Doesn't Know. Jeremy James actually plays on my Wednesday night V&EA team. He was helping us out for this session. I think I told the story yesterday too. When he come in, first week, 2 breaking runs. So it's like, yep, I think we like this guy.
I know Jeremy played very well yesterday. He was partners with Tommy for one of those points. I feel like he competed all the way down to the last ball in his singles, which I believe should be a notable mention there.
Well, he might be trying this 3-ball combo. Be interesting. So we got the 2 stripes that are together on the long rail there, and then the 3 next to the 13. So I agree. I think the Styles is the better shot. Good shot. I mean, I really don't see this as a run-out rack, but I still think the solids are the better layout.
Agreed. Yeah, you got that nice cluster up there, the 11, and can't really tell. It looks
I
like
think
it
it's
might
the
be
15.
the 15 ball up there. Okay, so you got that nice cluster to work out if you're going stripes. You just looked at me for probably the same reason that I'm sitting here thinking about it too. So they were very avid on playing the Scotty Doesn't Know theme song yesterday. So I believe we heard it, what, 4 times, 5
4
times?
times yesterday. So they jokingly said there is a quota. You get 5 times to play in a day. So here's our first time. But they have an APA league in here right now. And you see a couple over there, people kind of bobbing the music. It's catchy too.
Oh, absolutely.
He's calling a 4. I was thinking the only offensive shot he really has is try to carry him this off the 2. I don't think he had the angle for it, but
A good effort, though.
yeah, it's a good effort. 2 and the 7 got locked up, but it looks like they're wired, so that actually helps him out.
Yeah, this is going to be a back and forth exchange here. It's going to be a matter of who makes a mistake in this rack. 3 balls tucked up on the left-hand side rail there, along with one of the stripes. Big problem there. Looks like Tristan's going to try to address this problem with the stripes on the rail here.
Yeah, good idea. And
Which
by
was a
doing
great
that,
shot.
hitting the 2-7, now it's not wired anymore. And Jeremy doesn't have like the best shots, but like I said, we're going to see the strategy of 8-ball here.
And like I
Shot
said
there.
to you, it's going to be a back and forth exchange until everything gets moved around, pushed out.
I think this is the part from 8-ball that sometimes people neglect a little bit.
Yeah.
Is the defenses and the strategy. You know, people, just think of 8-ball as all that's just a bar banger game. but there's a lot of strategy in it, a lot of defense, and the pattern play is different from rotation.
Say the easiest comparison is games like this is it's like playing a game of chess. You have to make the right moves to get out. Once you make the right moves, you got your opponent in checkmate, and you take the reins and run out.
Good
I
shot
didn't I
there.
didn't know he had clearance for that ball. That was a great shot.
All right, so he's still in a little bit of issue here. If I'm him, I try to move that three ball away from the nine,
I think I agree.
because Tristan's still got some stripes over there. So at least open up something of his right now, and then we'll see where it ends up at the end of the game. So after our teams match, we have our two Facebook poll matches afterwards, an 8 and a 9 ball match. So you, the viewers, you, the fans, had an opportunity to pick two of the matches.
He actually chose to clear out that 7-2 there, Brian, which I don't hate either. Don't really have an out ball to try to get over to that left-hand side rail unless you play the 13 ball.
The thing is, though, that 10-11, I mean, with the angle he has on this side of the combo, like, if you want to take a daring shot, that 11, I think, goes in the bottom right. Yeah, I
In
think
a
he's.
way, I feel like it might actually be a free shot. Jeremy doesn't really have any kind of choice ball to get over there with.
Hey, he went for it.
Oh, and he ended up breaking it out too.
Oh, wow, look at this. All right, so the 7 and 13 married back up. I don't know if that three ball passes the 9.
Looks to me like you'd have to cheat the pocket. I don't even know if he's got enough clearance to be able to just go rail first by the first diamond to the top left there.
Well, he's
I don't
got the
believe the
2 ball.
pockets are that open.
He's going to try to break the 7 and the 13 out. Yes, good shot. That's out. Okay.
We need to note here, these are the blue diamond tables, which is the tighter of the two between the blue and the red labels.
Now, here's the thing. If the 3 ball passes, he does have shape on the 6, but then the 7 ball only goes a handful of places. So then how is he going to get shape on that? So this ball right now here is very key.
I mean, I'm not sure. You can shoot the 6 ball, probably get above the 7, but about the only home it has is the bottom left here. Or depending on where you get, you might have the side left-hand side pocket, but
You can also get in
not
the,
easy.
you can also do the upper left corner, but he's going to have to be perfect just past the 8 ball to
Right.
get on that. Yep. Big spot here in this game because, 3-1 sounds a lot better than 4-0 to Dayton Strong.
I just hope that I just hope Dayton Strong doesn't come back with a deja vu. You know, they have to put their foot down. They have to get something going.
Good shot. All right,
There
did
was
go through
quite a
there.
bit more room than what we thought.
Yeah, we're looking at a laptop. We're about, how far are you? About 50, 60 feet from the
Probably.
table. So we're over here just so we're not bothering the players so they don't hear us do the commentary. Every once in a while, we'll stand up and look at the table in case if we need to look at an angle of something. But sometimes the angles we're looking at the computer might be different than what it is in person. So sometimes it looks like we don't know if it'll go through there, and then he just fires it through there like it's nothing.
And I feel like yesterday we spent a lot of time mingling with the players in between commentary to come over and, always have something positive to say or come over and pick. And it wasn't just one side, it was both sides. Both sides were coming over, cutting loose, having a good time, all while still competing on a very serious note.
Yeah, and that's the cool part about like you and me know, for the most part, all the players here. Like obviously, I
Absolutely.
know all the Dayton players. You know all the Columbus players. I
Yes,
know a
sir.
couple of the Columbus players. So it's good to have you in the booth. So we have both sides, so to speak, represented.
That's right.
And you know some stories about like the Columbus players that I don't. All right, so see what he's going to do with this 7. I mean, the other thing I could see, if he stays on this side of the table, he could cross bank the 7 to the top left. But
Well, and that's
that's a
exactly what I was
high.
thinking, is drawing back just like that.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, is he going
Does
to
he
get
get
there?
it? Wow, good stroke. So
Well,
7
see,
is cuttable to the top left. I mean, it's tough, but
well, yeah. So, and he's got a blocker ball with the 11. I'm pretty sure it's enough of in the way that he's not going to scratch.
he'll go around it. Oh, you hit it. Look at this shot.
What a
Great.
killer
Does it get
shot.
rewarded? Does it get rewarded?
He can see it.
All right, you can see it.
I think I like coming back to this corner. He's
Place him
calling
on
it to the side.
Yep.
Maybe he's got a little bit more room there than I'm
Well,
seeing.
that and also I think you kind of want to stay on this side of the table of where those two stripes are that are bundled together. It's a harder shot down here. Look at
Boy, he
this.
drilled it.
Drilled it. Nice shot. Nice shot, Jeremy James, to get Dayton Strong on the board.
That was a beautiful out.
3-1 in
authority.
this race to 5 team 8-ball match. Next up is Casey Oram from Dayton Strong versus our boy Craigie Fry.
Craigie
And
Fry.
we were talking about momentum a lot yesterday. This could be a little bit of momentum swing,
Yeah.
for Dayton Strong. We have 2 sponsor reads here real quick. We have a company that I'm probably going to be looking into this year for some video work, Avenue 227, a rising force in the local creative scene. This all-in-one studio offers professional audio recording, mixing, and mastering alongside podcast room rentals, cinematography space, and videography services. Designed for artists, creators, and entrepreneurs, it provides a high-quality, versatile environment to produce music, film content, and build your brand, all in one place. We take to your art as serious as you do, is like they say. And then Sarah Hoffman with Billiards Plus. They offer a fine selection of pool tables, cues, darts, accessories, and high-quality gas grills to level up your game room and your backyard. They also do cue repair if you're in the area, so Dublin, Ohio is where they're located at. Both Robert and I have been in there. We like the place, we like the people, so definitely look them up. They're helping to support this event, so let's support a company and a business that helps supports the industry.
Craigie went with that second ball break, which actually shocks me. He was breaking very well yesterday for the most part too. 9-ball and 8-ball. I don't know about you, but even through the commentary yesterday, one thing we didn't get a chance to do? I don't think I had a chance to vote in the poll yesterday, did you?
What was that again?
The fan poll?
Oh, to be able to vote in the fan poll?
Yeah, I don't think either one of us did yesterday.
No, we were too busy because like these matches, like
Oh yeah.
you think they were taking a little bit of a break, and nope, maybe a 2-minute break, and then they're back in.
I think this would have been a match I would have liked to have seen right here between Casey and Craigie. Both of those guys played very well yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit of history for those who weren't listening yesterday. So Craigie is one of the good friends of us. Both of us, we have like a core team in Columbus. We all hang out together, and that same team, went to Canton in 2021. It's the first time I wasn't going with the Dayton team, and so I hooked up with these guys, and we ended up getting third in the Open A division. It was just a great time, and it's just we've known Craigie for a long time, so that's why we gotta say our boy.
That's right. And and I do my best not to show any kind of bias, but it's kind of hard not to. So I started a team with Craigie 10 years ago. This year will be 10 years. We started playing together in 2016 with a core group of 5, and out of that core group right now, we're at a 3 people still play together, and depending on the schedules, almost 4 of us still play together on a regular. Even with life in the way, and kids and stuff and things and so on and so forth. So to watch his growth from start to where he's at now is just absolutely unreal.
All right. Lots of traffic in this one, so we get to watch some more strategy here. All right.
Look like that
I
ball.
think this is still open.
It looked like that ball skid a little bit.
Maybe. And the pressure on this game too, because Dayton Strong, Jeremy had that strong performance in the last game. This can either get 4-1 or 3-2, and the tone is so different. Going from 3-2, we just won 2 games in a row, to 4-1, we're on the hill.
Jesse, you just asked if that was ball in hand. I'm pretty sure we're still in an open table right now. Nobody's established.
Yep. Because Casey's shooting the 1-2, so we're still open here. Is he banking this or playing safe? Yep. Oh, he banked it. Look at this. Good shot.
Hit it like it had eyes.
Dead center pocket. Nice pocket speed. We are in the Midwest, and we are at the homeroom of bank champion Billy Thorpe, so
Absolutely.
we definitely know how to bank around these parts. All right, knock more of Craigie's balls together, so more work for Craigie to do.
Another one of those games that's going to be back and forth, just like we saw in the previous game.
With Craigie already having those 3 stripes on the right there together, I would probably, if I'm Casey, I'll try to get that 6-5 out if I can.
Absolutely.
But Craigie, I wouldn't move that 13 yet. I would shoot either the 11 or the 9, just to have that extra blocker for that 6 and 5.
Right. I think if I'm Craig here, I don't mind swinging on this 10 ball and trying to clear out that little cluster right there.
Yeah, could possibly do that too.
Like I said, the 6-5's awkward. You have to land right. Also, depending on how you hit these balls, you potentially could be pushing everything away.
All right, looks like he's shooting either the 11 or the 9. Good shot.
It's a good shot.
And speaking about our team, our core group of friends, we have one of them jumping in watching right now.
What's up, B?
Also have a good friend of mine from the Dayton area jumping in, Steve Flick. He's well known around these areas, still a good player.
I feel like we're in the game 5. We've got 40 viewers already. I think that's a quick turnaround from yesterday.
All right, so it looks like he might be shooting the pocket the 12, but like, what has he really got next? What do you think? Or is he trying to go pocket the 11 now, bust the 13 out, or play safe?
Looks
like
like
he's
he's
almost
going to
playing
play
safe
safe here.
Yep, there it goes.
That was a pretty good shot. As long as he didn't nut up that combination down here to the bottom right, we're in good shape. But
I don't think it does. I think it aims just to the right of the first diamond. I think you wanted that 11 ball to stay, to cover the 4 ball completely. So now Casey can actually contact the 4 if he wants to.
you were almost spot on with that call. I will say we didn't see a lot of runouts yesterday. We didn't see a lot of break and runs yesterday. I felt it took, 3 matches, 4 matches before we saw anybody really start kind of bearing down, catching that gear.
Yeah, it took a little bit. And like I said, when you're sitting a while, you're not in stroke. So it's going to take you a little bit to get in. These are races to 5 with alternating breaks. So you may not have that opportunity to get in stroke.
Right. It's funny you mentioned Brandon joining the chat here. He's somebody else I could see potentially having his number called for this event one day. Been playing very well as of recent.
And look at this. We got Mama Polly watching on Facebook right now.
Well, hello, Mama Polly. We hope you're well.
Yeah, she's always watching, when I'm doing any of the artistic pool tournaments. Excuse me. She even actually came out to BCA Wilmington once because she lives in Wilmington, so she got a chance to come out and see everybody.
Tell you what, this table is not getting any better. One person clears it up where they can start making stuff. The other one tucks it back up, hides it even worse.
Yep. So get your popcorn ready.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a little bit.
Grab your popcorn, grab a beer, smoke a cigarette, take your choice.
And they're not going to swing at anything wild right now. This game is too important. Because this is a momentum game.
Chess and not checkers.
I think Casey probably has a little bit of an upper hand because he's got more free balls out in the open versus Craigie, but not by a lot really because there's still a lot of clusters going on. So
Not really sure what you're going to do with that mess on the side there.
I think what you're going to have to do is just start inching slowly but surely, trying to get some more things out, but leaving Casey safe.
I mean, is the 6-3 wired to that left-hand side?
Nah, I don't think so. You know, I think the three ball would pass the side.
So I was gonna say if it's not, you might even be okay pushing this 10 ball to the 14 as long as it's not on the rail. Gary, we appreciate your compliment, bud. It was nice talking to you yesterday.
I appreciate that, buddy.
I think
Gary's been around the Dayton pool scene for a while. Good dude.
I think Brian would agree. We've had a good time this weekend so far.
All right, see what Craigie does here. Might try to get that 11 ball out away from the 4 a little bit. Yep, there you go.
That was a pretty good shot right there. Well, so
It's
really,
not.
that's a best case scenario. You don't really want them, netted up to one another. You've got a little room to be able to cut into that ball to make the combination.
Yeah, it's not wired, but they're close enough. It's still a makeable.
Hmm. And if you hit it right, you're sending the 12 ball out to this bottom right. So J-Bell, I think the term you're looking for is spray and pray, something like that.
Yeah, I think that the idea just to blast into them. But the thing is, like, this is call pocket, you know, so you can't like slop anything in. Plus, you know, you're playing high level players, so like if you leave it wide open, you know.
Oh,
Matthew, thanks for the kind words. This is professional trick shot artist Brian Superman Polly, and in the booth with me is my good friend Robert Sears.
and that I believe that is Matt Fitch. He is another one that's been playing some really, really strong pool here lately. Uh, Part of the Fitch brothers right there. I'm pretty sure Matt is the Plain City area, whereas his brother is West Jeff. But both are avid pool players and Ito darts with Don, so notable mention there.
Good shot there,
A
Casey.
great stroke.
Now they're starting to move their stuff around a little bit, trying to get some balls off the table.
I can
I
kind of,
think he could hit the 7. I
I
don't
can
think he can
kind
hit
of
the
see,
5.
I see Casey potentially playing the 6 ball and basically trying to come off the rail and lock in right in that little area right there.
Yeah, he's not touching it yet. Gonna play around with this 7-5 right now. Gotta move those around.
Talking about more up and coming talent, we got Landon Griffith in the chat here. He joined a part of that Scott Stevens team on Tuesday nights that I'm very, very familiar with.
And speaking of Scott Stevens, he has joined the chat as well. Scott, shouldn't you be playing? Well, and the cool thing is, you know, all 12 guys are good dudes. So,
Absolutely.
you know, so we get a chance to commentate and watch them pool. But we also get to, you know, see good people.
So it sounds like Craig might take the move I mentioned, playing safe and nutting up right there on the 6 and the 14.
Yep. I feel in case he's not going to like his next shot if Craigie does what he wants to do here.
Look at that.
Nice.
Lock up, jam up. Great shot. I mean, it's one of those safety shots you're not exactly going to get ball in hand out of, but you're forcing your opponent to. He's either going to move one of those balls out, or he's going to come up with some kind of drastic shot. I can see him pulling out the jump cue here for the 5. just so he doesn't mess with any of that.
True. The thing is, the cue ball and six ball are frozen. That kind of throws a wrench into things because every pool league, now we're doing BCA rules with this, but every pool league, I believe, is the last year, if the cue ball and the cricket ball are frozen, you can push through forward, and that's not a foul. Yep, so we got our referee out here. All right, I need to step out of here for a second.
Say Brian is being called to ref a shot. I hope his glasses are clean so he can see what he's looking at here as he's smiling and walking away from me. That was a good effort by Casey right there. Oh my goodness. Great stroke right there. Only to just bury everything else up.
All right, I am back. Yep, those balls were not touching, but since he was shooting away.
Well, so I was looking at the aftermath of the shot. Take a look at this table from this
Yeah,
view.
I didn't even see that part. I just saw what happened.
Yeah, fire 90 mile an hour to move that six ball to the corner pocket, only to bury four balls altogether.
It was interesting. There's a couple of guys from Dayton that I play league with. On my way back from judging that shot, he was said, "Hey, we listened to you guys yesterday. You guys did a great job."
Heck yeah.
So I want to let you know that.
Nice. Like I said, this has been fun and enjoyable, and it's easy to go with the flow when you got somebody else in the booth with you that knows what they're talking about.
Yeah. So with where this cue ball ended up, Casey's definitely in the driver's seat, but Craig's still in this. He's got a lot of defensive shots he can still play.
I think we both can agree this is the biggest one of them all, though.
Yeah, because if he buries him here, you know, he's still in it, but if he leaves open a shot, then we could see a 3-2 match here.
Good shot, Craigie.
I
don't know if he's got it where he can see the seven or not, but
that's interesting to see what he has here.
very good effort there.
Yeah, he's kick. Is he kicking? Maybe trying to pick the 5. I'm kicking the 7 now. With where that 7's at, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, great shot overall, but you did not help yourself a bit. You just let him back in the game.
Yep. So you have to be kicking again. Do you want to try to kick at the 7 or kick at the 3 for this?
I don't think you move that 7. If I'm Casey, I'm not touching it. I'm gonna make Craig break that out.
Yeah, because that 12 and 14 actually is wired. It's in a straight line, so Wow, I didn't even see. You could see that. Oh, don't do
scratched.
it. Don't go in there. It's dark. All right, so now Craigie can now start trying to move some of these balls out of the way.
I'm not sure I go yet. I think I like exactly what he's doing, but you have to make sure that you roll this ball up far enough that he cannot get a shot on the 6 ball.
Yep, pocket the 7 and then play safe at the same time.
You have to follow this with high English and make sure you get through.
Yeah, you want to get that behind the 15.
Yes. He's got ball in hand, so he shouldn't have any issues with. He should simply just be able to roll forward. And
Just like
that was
that.
a fantastic shot
Great
right
shot.
there.
That's the type of shot that's going to win you a game, win you
Oh
a
yeah.
match.
Oh yeah. I've said this for years. Craigie has got nerves of steel. He has definitely toughened up over the years. Not afraid of anything.
Yep. And especially in 8 ball, when you get down to this with your opponent, maybe have 4 or 5 balls and you only have one, they start playing safeties. We all know the phrase, it's one ball hell.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're
2-rail
gonna
kick.
attribute Craig's smart play to his hair. It's all about the hair.
Yep. Look at this. Good hit. I didn't think you could get it with 1 rail. I thought it was going 2.
Well,
Good hit.
I don't think Casey's gonna like this.
Yeah.
Depending on the angle that he's got, I don't think he's gonna like it.
He's got to be careful, though, if he's shooting the 12 first. That's frozen. So he has to make sure the cue ball hits the rail.
Is it though?
It looks like it's frozen. He's looking at it.
So judging by it, I could see him speak there. It looked like he said that it was actually frozen. So, Brian, how do you feel about coming off the bottom rail here, kind of shooting into the 14? You want to catch the left-hand side from our view, the left-hand side of that 14, and do it that way.
See,
I mean, it's not easy, but it's.
if that ball's frozen, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Because if you hit the 14 flush and the slow speed, and the 14 or the cue ball does not hit a rail, then he fouled and he's giving Casey ball in hand with 1 ball left on the table.
Or you could take the 15 ball and take the cue ball out 2 rails, bottom rail, short rail on the right-hand side by the bottom right, and try to keep the cue ball on that side of the table and make him kick at it.
To do that.
I mean, you're leaving the kick, but you're saying, hey, you got to come with one.
Yep. The other option, he could thin how we're looking at it, the right side of the 15 or the 13, and then come around and get behind the 10 ball.
Yeah.
That's a little tough because it's touchy, because if he doesn't get perfect, he leaves Casey out. So I like him doing what he's doing there. He did my shot. Does he get far enough? Oh, I don't know.
Think he got there.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think he got there.
The secrets to all of his knowledge is locked away in his curls. Good comment, Ron. I like it. I remember the one time when Craigie cut his hair, and it looked so weird.
I've seen him with the pretty boy fade, and I've seen him with the afro, and I'm just saying I'm jealous. I wish my hair actually looked like that. Be able to rock it like that.
All right, so we'll see if Casey has a window here. He's cueing like he can make this.
I think he's going to have to throw this ball.
It's hitting about center. Oh, he had to cheat the pocket just a hair. Oh, wow, look at where it ended up, too.
Well, and now you're in control.
Now, I think Craigie now is pretty much in control of this rack, because he can move all his 4 balls out, and he doesn't have to get perfect with his safety like he had to do that last shot because of that 10 ball being in front of the 6.
I think I like coming on the left-hand side of the 15 ball here from our view. You clear everything out at that point. That's a really good shot.
Yeah, I mean, the 10-14, they're not wired, but it's an makeable combo if with ball in hand. Yeah, I think Casey's being here, just 1 rail inside English. Not too hard, so we can try to keep it behind the 6. And he fired at it.
I mean, that's a best case scenario there, Brian. You got the 6 ball back out in the middle of the table.
Well, 13 goes for Craigie, and then, pretty much all the balls now go. So,
If he hits this right, he can get into that 14 ball and separate that little bit of. Not that it's exactly an issue, but it would make the out easier.
yeah, so Craigie just has to make sure he's on the right side of the object balls, not getting way out of shape. But he can run these last 5.
He still got him out ball counted though, so it. I mean, even if you get a little out of shape, you still got plenty of room to tuck and hide. So it looks like he's going to play the combination here, which, like I said, if you like it and you can make it good for you.
Yep, so the 14 is going to drift towards the right, lower right corner pocket. Cue ball is going to go to the left, so have a shot on either the 14 or the 15.
I like hitting this
or the 10.
I like hitting this with a stun shot. Kind of float out to the rail a little bit. It's cutting this kind of hard.
Shot. Look at that nice
there
roll.
you go.
But like you said, the 14 was going in that direction, so
It's
great shot.
It's game time now. I believe our fellow friend Tracy Underwood yesterday said it like this: said, "No risk it, no biscuit.
Yep.
This is it."
He also said, "Let her rip, Tater Chip." That's
like
got good
that was
angle
a good
here.
shot. Just kind of punch it a little bit up table.
Yeah, he can play it in either top corner pockets, just whatever he's more comfortable with. All right. Basic spot shot here.
And he is one that I would not bet against in this spot shot. That's for another story.
Undercut it.
Craigie.
Didn't lead to 6 super easy, but
So I guess I'll go ahead and share this story while we're like in between transition here. But one year at BCA Wilmington, just to show just how wild this Columbus team is, Scott and Craigie literally bet on spot shots for like an hour. And to listen to the two of them go at it back and forth about who's making what and who's doing this and who's doing that was some of the most entertaining stuff I have ever seen. I've got some video footage of it somewhere. I just have to find it.
all right, Casey's get some new life here. What do you think? What do you think here? Do you try to cut this and avoid the scratch on the side? I mean, I don't even think you can back cut this on the side. Bank this cross corner.
I don't know if he can actually play the ball in the bottom left without scratching. I know sometimes you can play it as a pocket speed and allow the cue ball to kind of float forward, speed changing the trajectory of the ball, but I'm not sure he's got that. And even if you back cut, you've got the bottom left in play as well.
There's a safety option here.
3 rails.
I was about to say, does he 3-rail this?
And he didn't hit it bad, really.
I mean, it's the right idea because if you get it close to the pocket at pocket speed, he misses.
Oh, yeah.
Blocks the pocket. Excuse me. All right, I have a feeling Craigie's not missing this shot.
No.
All right, he makes it, and with that 8-ball, Team Scotty Doesn't Know is on the hill in this race to 5 teams match. Our next match coming up is Brian Sturgis of Team Dayton Strong and versus Chris Bradley of Team Scotty Doesn't Know. We'll have Robert read our next 2 sponsor reads, and I'll take care of the final 2 at some point during this game.
So we've got Car Star Collision Center, Columbus East, owned and operated by Gary Brewer. From minor dents to major repairs, they deliver expert collision and auto body service you can trust with quick turnaround. Crave Cure Kitchen, a brand new online order only late night carry out kitchen serving up a dynamic mix of bar favorites, homemade entrees, healthy options, snacks, and desserts. They will be coming to the South Dayton area this summer. Nick McCarty, it was kind of hard to tell if that 8 ball skid from here. Like I said, we're sitting behind the monitor, so we're not always seeing, you know, the physical shots at the table. We're still probably 40, 50 feet away from the table. So on occasion, we're able to stand up and kind of decide if a ball goes, if it doesn't go.
I was talking to Chris Bradley earlier. Yesterday it was that singles match that he had and that bank on the 8. I think that changed a lot of momentum, and he even
So,
recognized it too.
so I had brief talk with him yesterday. There's an 8 ball on the break. Too bad it's BCA rules. But I was talking to him myself yesterday. So, and pretty much I said to him, I was like, man, I was like, you didn't look right. You didn't look right for about the first 4 games. He's like, I know, man. I was playing so timid. I was like, well, I was like, sometimes you just got to go. And which we talked about that yesterday about game 5, game 6. He just kind of turned loose and found character, and he was a force to reckon with the rest of the night after that match.
All right. So for those who don't know, for BCA rules, if you pocket the 8 ball on the break, you have the option to spot it and then continue shooting, or re-rack and break. So Brian decided to spot it, and we'll see what he has in store here. Solids, I think, looks better pattern right here. The only issue is you got those 2 stripes by the 8 ball. So how does he negotiate? Because the 8 ball doesn't go anywhere right now.
Yeah, I think he might look at it here. He's kind of got a rough angle to try to get on it now. You could potentially get on it for the 3. He's got to solve the 7-2 here. Neither one of those balls have a pocket. I don't think the 2 passes the stripe there to go in the right hand side pocket. So it looks like he took a little bit of a swing at it right there.
Yeah, good stroke there. I mean, he's got the angle of the 3. He could come around 2 rails and negotiate the 7-2.
Yeah, you gotta hit this ball if you're gonna do that.
Okay.
So there was a swing and a miss on that 7-2 there.
I think he also hit that with high, so that lengthened out off the rail. I think if he would have hit that with a little draw, that would go more towards the left side of the top left.
He's got a bit of a shot at it here, really.
Yeah, he can go out here.
You can play this with some outside English and come up that direction.
Does he get it this time?
Wow,
he got the breakup but missed the ball. Wow. All right. Let's see what Chris has in store here. They said whoever gets to the 8, I mean, the stripe balls around that, you got to take care of that first.
Well, like we talked about, let's see if he carries over from yesterday.
Appreciate everybody in the chat. commenting, watching. So we definitely appreciate that. All right, looks like Brian might be banking 5 right back at him, cross side. Natural angles to get over for the 2. Because he could use either the 2 or the 7, depending on the angle, to possibly break the 8-ball out.
I was gonna say a little bit weird of a choice shot here, but how about firing this ball with some low, so you can play a little bit more of an angle to get the ball to the pocket because you're playing it with low English and you're hitting it harder, and still have an opportunity to come up table like that. So he took the more natural approach.
Now the 5-ball marrying up to the 9-ball there, so now.
Well, that eliminates at least one pocket.
Yep.
I can't tell if it goes to the right-hand side pocket or not.
Okay, good shot there.
I have a feeling we're going to see the Chris from yesterday. I think that might have been a
Wake-up call?
that
Lighting
getting
a
over
fire.
that getting over the hump, as we like to say, that getting one ball better type of thing. I think he needs to be careful here, though. You don't want to get too overzealous on the bottom of this table here. You still got those 2 balls around the 8, kind of in trouble.
Good shot there. All right, now it's going to get interesting. Because after the 14, he's got 3 trouble balls.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if he left himself an angle here to be able to go side to side for this ball. So it looked like he had a little bit of inside
Now
English
that
in that
13
ball.
goes.
Yeah.
But now after that, shot. Now what he could elect to do, is feather the 11 ball, get out of the way, and have the cue ball come down on this end of the table. Just don't break open the 5-9.
Actually, I wonder if he could get enough of it to take it over to the side rail. I still think he's gotten a little. I don't want to say too aggressive because we talked about this yesterday that, knowing when to be aggressive and knowing when to play defense, but not to play too much defense, if that makes sense.
He's cross banking this.
So
he's going for it.
He must have more of the ball than what we think.
Yeah, natural angles to break that open.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, so now Brian has a good opportunity here. Good opening shot. Shoots a 5 on the side, and then depending on where he leaves his cue ball, where does he feel comfortable? He's got the 4 ball. He can shoot the 7. What he could do is he could actually draw over in between the 11 and the 9 for the 2 in the upper corner. Got a lot of options here.
I kind of think I like going 4 ball first. You can go side to side, and you can come back for the 5. Basically, where you're at now. Four ball could also be a duck ball, one that's already sitting in the pocket type of thing.
Just overcut it just a hair. He didn't leave Chris the easiest layout.
So I wonder if he could take this. Looks like the 9 ball. 9, 13, whatever that is, because our screen kind of fades in and out with the true color, so it's kind of tough to tell. But I wonder if he could take that to the left-hand side and not scratch with the 4 ball there.
He's looking at that's a tough cut. He's shooting at it, though. But you're right, it's got that 4 ball to block, so he doesn't really have to worry about scratching. Oh, wow.
Oh, and he whiffed it.
I don't even think he hit it. You know, he had to hit it thin, but not that thin. All right, Brian with a golden opportunity here. Has to take advantage of it. You think going for the 4 ball right now so you keep all the 3 balls closest to the 8?
Well, and he can put angle on it, and actually he can go out 2 rails where he's looking straight up at the 2 and the 7. I think both balls have clearance to go. So he's choosing to start up there.
That's a good shot. Good speed. Just draw this back. Oh, he's starting. I thought he made the 4 ball already. Yep.
Still in pretty good shape here. You don't have to hit this super hard. You can still play a bit of a stun shot, stop shot, if you will. Kind of keep the ball right where it's at. Float a little closer to the 5.
Guess I had this option and is coming around to this side of the
That's
table.
another good shot.
Now, if he going on this side of the table, he guarantees he's not going to get hooked by the 8 on position on the 4. He can just stop it right there.
And I feel like what you're seeing now is why I think I would have took the 4 ball early, because you're already up there. So now you're having, whereas he would be straight into the side pocket, had the 4 ball already been gone. Now you're having to come back down table to go back up table.
Yeah,
And
ideally
it doesn't
you
look
want to
like
leave the ball that's closest to the 8 ball last if you can, because you have the least amount of pathway for the cue ball to go.
And it doesn't look like he's got enough angle to.
Now, however, if you get out, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we got Craig coming over here, chit-chatting with us. All right. So Brian just got to bear down and make this shot. Nice shot. Nice out. Like I said, there's more than one way to get out, but sometimes you make it harder or easier for yourself. You want to try to make it as easy as possible, but he got out. Good for him. All right, we're going back to the top. We got, what do we got here? Yep, Brad Maggard versus Shane Murphy. Shane breaking. So Dayton Strong's not out of it yet.
If I recall, didn't the 9 ball set yesterday finish with this particular match?
No, it was Curtis Youngs and Brad
was it
Maggard.
Curtis?
Yep.
One of those team matches finished with Shane yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think
We have it stowed away, so.
Yep. So before we get this next game, we have our last 2 sponsor reads for our 10 sponsors that have helped out with this event. Appreciate them. Big thank you to Hemlock Cues, high quality custom cues made by local cue maker Steve Hildebrand, who has been a big supporter of Dayton area pool. I can definitely attest to that. He always helps out with the juniors. So good dude, good stuff. Tip City Barbershop. They're open 5 days a week, and they offer a full-service barbershop located at 820 West Main Street in Tip City, Ohio. Call 937-506-8643 or book online if you're interested in that. Big thank you to them. Got some out-of-billiard sponsors, so that's always nice to see.
Shane absolutely blistered that break. And I think from the start here, I definitely like stripes.
Yep.
8 ball's a little fuzzy, but
I was about to say, it's going to be iffy.
Shane is nearly a 650 rated Fargo player. So this should not be an issue. Miss Jen Hamilton, we see you out there, girl. You're absolutely right. It is easier for the sidelines and much harder at the table.
Oh yeah. You never miss a ball from the commentary booth or the
That's
tape
right.
or the TV at home.
I'm just saying, I'm undefeated from the commentary table.
I remember one thing that I had Allison Fisher say on the stream, and actually that last rack was perfect. Is you go with the shot you're feeling in the moment,
Right.
right? So it's technically not the wrong shot, even if you miss it. That's what you're feeling in the moment, right? So there's textbook ways to do it, or ways that might make more sense, but that maybe not what you're feeling right now.
Looks like he's going to go solids here. Actually, kind of surprised at that.
Good breakout. That eight ball's moving though. Never like it when that eight ball's moving like that.
Well, if this one ball goes to the right hand side, this could be a quick one here, depending.
All right, so he's solids now. It's
Well, so
an
if it
interesting
goes,
start.
he's got two options. You can either roll forward and play the two. You can actually play a stop shot, have the seven ball down here in the corner, and work your way back up that direction. That kind of boils back to what we were talking about in the last game. You know, trying to save something close to the eight ball for your out.
Okay, good shot. Now there's two past the 10.
I'm assuming that with him rolling that way, it probably does.
Yep, our next match is our fan choice winner for the eight ball match. And I think I put that paper somewhere else. I can't remember who won that. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Curtis Youngst and Brett Maggart. I'm thinking that sounds familiar. I do know our second fan poll winner is a 9-ball set with Tommy Campbell and Scott Stevens.
Yes.
I do know that.
Yes.
And that's our, not next match, but the match after.
I actually believe that other match was Tristan and Brian, because one of them was the three lows and one of them was the three
Yeah, that
highs.
is
So
right.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure the other one was Tristan and Brian.
All right, so now we're going to be interesting here with position-wise. He's going to have to try to get position on either the 4 or the 6. 4 is the easier one if he's trying to draw this. I'll have to draw back a little bit to get shape on the 4. If you can get shape on the 6, I think it would be easier to get on the 4.
You could draw back, or you could play this with some inside English and try to come out. Kind of got a bit of a steep angle from that, though. Could use a little bit more angle if you're going to go that route, the route I suggested.
And could he even follow this on? He's queuing low.
Oh yeah, he's queuing low, so he's going to try to draw a little.
Keep him off the rail a little bit.
That's all right.
Okay. He's in an interesting spot, I'll say that. And it's kind of tough to play safe here with where the stripes are wide open. I think he's showing the 4 off the 11.
4 off the 11 is a good suggestion. Man, I thought he almost drew far enough back to be able to have a shot on the 6.
We called the bottom right corner. Oh, he's going off the 9, maybe. Yep. And does he get lucky on the leave? Not really. And Brad's got the 14 in the upper left corner. He's got the 11 in the side as starter shots. Also has a 15 too, so he's got a couple of them. So we'll see how he can navigate this.
I see Brad getting out here. We absolutely are, Kimberly. We're absolutely saying there's a chance. We have our own little saying. I played a small league on Sundays. It was a short session type of thing, and it was a fantasy league where players were drafted to teams, and then we played each team once, and then we had our little tournament at the end. And one of the big things that we said as a team, instead of saying that there's a chance, we used the term, so you're saying there's an opportunity. Like I said, I don't see him not getting out here.
Yeah.
As long as you keep the cue ball under control.
Yep. At this point, it's a roadmap.
Oh, yeah.
Good shot there. Thinking 15, 12, 9.
Yeah. You shoot the 15 in the corner. Give yourself the right angle on the 12 ball, where maybe you roll just a touch forward, and then try to come down in that window for the between the 6 and the 4 to get to the 8.
Actually, he's got a little bit of an angle now. He might be able to put the 9 in the upper right-hand corner and then just draw back for the 8.
That's true.
Or 8 or 9 in the side. So he
punch over
with. Goes back to that saying, there's more ways to get out in 8 ball. You just got to go with what you're feeling at the moment.
Oh, he hit that ball well.
Nicely struck. Nicely done. Now, if he's too straight on this, he might have to draw back and get short side shape on that 8, which is going to be tough, flirting with that 8, with that pocket. But I think he's got enough of an angle. He's pointing at it.
You know, I know the easier of the shots is to play that ball in the corner, but how about shooting it in the side pocket and coming back on that short side? Could be another option.
Could.
It's definitely not easy.
Yeah,
it's not easy by any means.
You turn the cue ball loose, and I think you can have a faster cue ball, gives you a higher probability of possibly scratching.
And these tables are so slick that it's definitely hard to play that shot. I just feel like by his body language and his hesitation that he doesn't have the angle that he wants, if you will.
It's a big shot here. Joe Pickens, Dayton and Xenia Pool icon.
He's down and commit now.
Right.
So I don't hate that at all either.
Yep. Good shot.
That could have been the safest of choices he made.
Joe Pickens is the only person I know that has a pool cue longer than Earl Strickland. It's got a
fella shoots with a javelin.
Yep. Mid extension and a butt extension.
Phew.
But he does shake a little bit in the back. That's why he has it longer and heavier, so it helps it sturdy him.
Well, yeah, evens the weight out, creates balance. Now,
Good
Trayvon,
shot.
that might be the comment of the day right there, buddy.
Nice shot, Brad.
If
Strong not going away. They're fighting back.
Trayvon, if you're a weak Newark player, buddy, then I'm a deadbeat out of little old London and West Jeff.
All right, now we got an interesting matchup here. We have Scott Stevens versus Tommy Campbell in this next 8-ball game. And they play in 2 matches, 9-ball. And with Tommy breaking, he's been breaking good this entire event. So we can see what happens here. Starting to get close like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Part of me seems to think that this is going to go hill. We said
And
it
if it
yesterday.
does, it's Josh James versus Curtis Youngs.
We said it yesterday. You know, Tommy was a force. Trayvon, if we're going to go that route, you'll have to remind me which end of the cue to use. I think it should be the big side, not the skinny side.
All right. See what Tommy does here. I have a feeling he's going to put a little bit extra oomph into this.
I think so. I think he's going to try to make a statement here. Say, hey, we're still here. It ain't over with yet.
Kid's got a sledgehammer break. Are you kidding me?
And no action.
He absolutely crushed that rack.
Yes.
It broke dry. Stripes have a couple balls touching. Solids are fairly wide open.
I don't hate either side of the balls. I feel like the solids is probably the most logical explanation to go with, but from that angle he had, if he would have played the 9-ball up in the corner, you pretty much opened everything out stripe-wise, minus the 12 down here. Scott making no time at getting to this table.
Like I said, these are wide open. The only thing is you get the 5 and the 7, but they're straight enough. I think they can go, but I think you'd ideally get on the 5 first and then play the 7.
I mean, no right or wrong, really. You play this 3-ball and get up to the side pocket with the correct angle, you can kind of go in between the 15-9 there and work that direction. But I think I like what you're saying as well, trying to get up there and work that corner out.
Yeah, he can do that now if he hits the 2. Cue ball kind of goes through the 11 and 13, 9 and 13 maybe. He can even be on the left side of the 7 and have a shot at the 5.
I just think if he's going to play the 2-ball here, you better be careful because you're sending that 9-ball right towards the 5.
Yep.
Unless he can play it off the 15.
He made the 9. That was smart.
That was a great shot.
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh no!
He did not want to hit that.
Who knew?
All right, not done yet. This is gonna be a heck of a cut shot if he makes this. I think it goes.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it goes. All day, every day. He's just got to hit it.
And twice on Sunday.
That's right.
All right, here we go. And a little treetop, too. Look
He
at this.
absolutely drilled it. What a shot.
And that's Mr. Scott Stevens, ladies and
shot.
gentlemen, and dead straight on the 8. Holy crap. Nice out there. Like I said, with that break and dry, that's crazy. Woo. Well, Scott Stevens gets Team Scotty Doesn't Know 9-2